Well, I'm here in Salem, Oregon, and having a great time. The scenery here is phenomenal, and their mountains are even better than those we have in Florida. They are. But beautiful sunshiny day, and today I've got a special treat for you. We all know the importance of communicating and being able to present, public speaking, talking, whatever you're doing. And I've got with me a guest who knows about this, is going to be able to help you a lot, and he's a good buddy of mine. Matter of fact, let me introduce you to Tim Patterson.
I'm
Tim?
standing right next to you.
Are you standing right here? We're actually here. What's the name of this? Neptune Bay? Or
Neptune Bay. It's Newport Bay.
Newport Bay, which is just like Neptune, only it's Newport.
Yeah.
But we're right here. It's just off I-5, so you want to swing by. And great salmon I had. What was your salad?
I had the salmon. The salad was terrific. It was probably had some of those lovely Oregon pears in it.
Oregon pears,
with
yes.
blue cheese and chicken and some crunchy thing. I'm not quite sure.
Well, the crunchy things were good too. Well, what we want to find out, Tim, you have a website called communicationsteroids.com,
yes.
which I love just the sound of that. I mean, communication steroids. And you show people how to become better in speaking. And I'm wondering how we can do that. And you were telling me before we got started, you got 3 ways they can be a better presenter when they get up to speak.
Well, this is one of the things that we, and it's a partner, my partner's Roger Pike, who's a longtime public speaker and a radio guy just like me. And one of the things we have is a little way to get people to become better public speakers and tell them, okay, we're going to tell you 3 things that you can take with you, and next time you get up in front of people, you will be a better public speaker if you just use these 3 things. Number 1, memorize your opening and your close. In other words, if you have the body and you're not quite sure where that's going and you have some bullet points, that would be number 2, by the way. Make sure you have bullet points for the body.
So we got number 1 and number 2.
Number 1 and 2. Memorize, you have a really good opening, a really good close, and of course a call to action in your close. Whether that's to get involved with whatever you're doing or go to my website or whatever the thing may be. But make sure you have an opening and a close that is something you can memorize. Number 2, create bullet points for the body of the speech, and if you have to have those written in front of you, great. If you can do this without, in other words, by memorizing it, that would be even better, but a lot of public speakers just aren't there yet.
What about PowerPoint? Often for many, we use PowerPoint as the way to prompt our memory on that.
Yeah, I'm kind of talking about those, maybe those luncheon type speeches, or where you're presenting to a small business group and you don't really have a PowerPoint, and that's kind of a different thing. But nothing wrong with PowerPoint. It has its time and place. But I'm just thinking, if you're getting up in front of people, maybe in a meeting at your company, and you just want to be better at it because you got to do that meeting every week or whatever, every month, or every quarter, this is a way to get better at it. And the third thing would be, if you can come up with a personal story that relates to something that you are talking about, because people will remember stories more than they'll remember facts and figures and statistics that you quoted. They'll remember a good story. So come up with a story, and of course practice these. But those are the 3 tips. Memorize your opening and close, have bullet points for the body of your speech, and have a great story to tell.
Sounds good. Let me go a little bit more in depth there on your stories. How do you come up with good stories?
Well, it's funny because I wondered that myself, but I took a tip from the name tag guy, Scott Ginsburg.
Yeah, Scott Ginsburg out of St. Louis. Great guy.
St. Louis, great guy.
Hi, Scott, if you're watching this.
Had him on the podcast a couple of times. His idea was come up with 50 stories. Start a file on your computer and just start going through your mind, and as time goes by, you're going to remember things that you did that had an impact on you. And so create a file on your computer that's called 50 stories, 50 of my stories. And
Jeannie Robertson talked about those kind of things, having a Jeannie's journal, and so just keeping that file is what you would recommend.
And I think that you just got to start somewhere, and so you can probably come up with half a dozen just in a day that you think are really good and relevant. And some you may think of that aren't really relevant right now, but write them down anyway, because you never know when they'll fall into place for some particular presentation that you're giving.
It's a good idea. So you got a running file of things for you, and you can reach back something, go, oh yeah, that one worked.
And the more you think of, it's amazing, the more your ideas get spurred for the next. The next thing you know, you have 40 or 50 stories, and you'll be able to cherry pick the best of those stories. And what's great about your own stories is that you know them, you remember them, and you don't have to remember somebody else's story, what Abraham Lincoln did, for instance, or what Stephen Covey did, or what Terry Brock did.
Or let's not forget the starfish story. Yes, but at least I saved that one, right?
But if it's your own story,
your own story, please don't use the starfish.
Okay, embellish it a little if you need to, but it's your story. No, I wouldn't go for the embellishment, unless it just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, you've got a lot of good information. I know you help a lot of people with speaking, communication, trade shows. You're very active in that. Somebody wants to reach you. How do they get in touch with you?
The best way is to go to our website, communicationsteroids.com.
Okay, now spell that out for us real slowly.
Communication. You want me to spell communication?
Well, go for it. You know, we got some time. Tape is running.
C-O-M-M-U-N-I-C-A-T-I-O-N, steroids.
That's a tough one.
steroids.com. And my email is tim@communicationsteroids.com. Try to make that easy for you.
Yeah, the Tim. That's easy. We can get that part.
Yeah.
The T-I-M. That'd be great.
And it's funny because I use two names because I've been on radio for 25 years, and so a lot of people know me as my radio name, which is Tim Gonzo Gordon. Well, a lot of people know me not being in radio, so Tim Patterson. I mean, it's a little confusing, but I understand it. A lot of people go, wait a minute, you're both, aren't you? Yes, I am.
Yes, your driver's license of those Oregon State Police
it's the
probably
police
enjoy it.
They don't know who Tim Gordon is unless they heard me on the radio, and they go, oh, play some more Elvis.
Yeah.
So
That's good. Well, Tim, it's really good to see you. And great to join you here in Salem, Oregon.
And check out our podcast. We actually, Roger Pike and I do a podcast every Tuesday night. We post it the next week.
How do we get in touch with you on the podcast? How do we get that?
Well, it's just go to the website. It's right there. We post it. It's like a blog setting. So the most recent one is the top one. And if we have any other postings there, and if you can't find the podcast, just go look for the little tags that says podcast. It'll bring up all the podcasts because we sort them by the theme, you know, the name podcast. So, and we spent about 8 or 10 minutes talking about some aspect of public speaking or public communication. The most recent one we did was on the power of the pause.
The power of the pause. Yeah, did you get that?
Did you get that? The power
of the pause. I like that. Which is good stuff. So if they want to learn about being a good public speaker, that's a good resource to get a lot of information.
Yeah, and we've actually compiled, there's like 35 or 40 podcasts that we've recorded, and we've actually got a program there, Communication Steroids, which is a 8-part downloadable series for a very economical low price. So I think $37 today.
$37
before it goes up tomorrow.
Before it goes up tomorrow. Good. And you know, that's so important. You think if you're really wanting to make your career go farther, you've got to be willing to invest the capital. You've got to be willing to say, okay, I'm going to put some time, money, and effort into that. And $37 to improve your career, to increase your sales, all those things, well worth it.
This is 4 hours of discussion that Roger and I have had. Roger has, he was a debater in high school, went to college on a debate scholarship, and has been an excellent public speaker, award-winning public speaker. I've been speaking in public for 8 or 10 years, and of course my 25 years in radio. So this experience comes, comes hard-won. So it's true stuff.
Excellent. Well, Tim, always good to talk with you and to see you here in Salem, Oregon.
I'm so glad you came by. I'm glad we had good weather for you too.
Yes, indeed. It's great. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Sir.
Take care. Bye-bye.